All right, thank you for coming to the Ragic office hour today. Let's get started with your questions. Okay, so first question. Can Ragic's team create a filter that allows users to make a view based upon whether or not personnel have viewed an order assigned to them? Okay. Okay, so for example, if I use a reviewer field in my database, can there be something built as a filter so I can quick reference to gray check marks via green check marks to make sure everyone has viewed the job? Hmm. Um. Yeah, currently I don't think we can ext- currently we're not able to extract this data from the database, extract the if read data. But yeah, I do think this would be really helpful, and I think yeah, that's something that we can do. And okay, and I think right now the best way for us to move forward with this type of feature is to create a formula to re, to we can create a formula to extract data from a reviewer field. Like we can say it have a formula say if read, and then to read if read and put some user's name there as a parameter, and we can return whether this user has read this record. Yeah, that would be one way to implement this. So if you want to, yeah, if you want to make sure everybody has read them, if then we'll probably need to implement an extra like if all read. Yeah. Currently, we don't have a way to filter by the if review status, but this is a good suggestion and could probably add some formulas to support this. If read username, if all read reviewer field, if all read reviewer field. Number of read reviewer field. Yeah, something like this. If you want to make sure everybody has read this record, or number of users that has read read this record, and if a certain person has read this record, has viewed it. Okay, yeah, this is a good suggestion, and I think we can implement these three formulas to provide this kind of data. All right. Okay, next question about the on-premise option. First of all, I've been playing around with Ragic for a few weeks and find it's a great product. Thank you. However, due to our company's security policy, we need to choose the on-premise option, and I want to ask, are there any limitations to the price and users, such as if I could modify the number of users freely? Okay, so basically, we priced the on-premise version pretty much exactly the same as the other versions of the same number of users that you would choose. The only catch is that you must have at least 10 users. Okay? So, and if you're able to modify those number of users freely, and this is a little bit different from the hosted version, because when you use an on-premise version, we when you use an on-premise version, we need to give you a license file, and the contract is an annual contract. So if you have like 20 users at the start of the period, and we'll give you a license for 20 users for a whole year. So there's no way for us to get you back down to 15 users. Okay, because you already have a license of 20 users for the whole year. So for the whole year, you can go. The number of users can go up because you could go like 25 users, and we'll give you a new license to the end of the period that has 25 users, like for 2 months in the contract. But we'll not be able to cut back into 15 users because we already gave you a 20 users license for the on-premise version. So basically, in your annual contract, the number of users can go up, but it cannot go down. For this kind of technical reasons. Okay. So first, the limitations for on-premises version is that the number of users is that you must purchase at least 10 users and with an annual contract. Annual subscription. Okay? And during the annual subscription, the number of users licensed can only increase but not decrease. Okay, so but comparing to the hosted version, you you will be able to go up and down as you need because on the hosted version we have full control of over the number of users licensed. This is different from the hosted version where you can where the number of users can go up and down anytime. Okay, so second question, if there's a new feature, how do I get them updated on my on-premise database? Okay, we issue a patch every month. So basically, at least every month. So sometimes we'll have multiple patches for a month, and yeah, so you could download those patch and upload it to your on-premise server. So we have a patch regularly every month. Have an on-premises version. Patch every month. Usually at the beginning of the month, you will be able to download the patch and upload it to your on-premises server to get it updated. Okay? So what happens if I need support to access my on-premise database? How does support work in on-premise database? Well, there are two types of situations. One is that your database is on the internet, and okay, it's on the internet, so you can just create a like using the need help button. You can add the support at Ragic.com user to your database, so we can access your on-premises version to check out the problem that you need us to work with. But in other cases, that if you have the on-premise version on the internet, intranet, but no internet access, that we cannot connect to your on-premises server, then this way it's a little bit harder, because you'll need to kind of describe us the problem and provide us with the log or screenshots, and we will try to determine the cause of your problem through these log and screenshots. Yeah, so it's a little bit, it depends on if our support staff has internet access to your on-premises server. Okay? If your on-premise server has internet access for our support staff to connect to, you can add them as users on your server for them to do technical support. If your on-premises server does not have internet access, then you can contact support at Ragic.com, and we'll ask you for related log files and screenshots to help us diagnose your issue. Okay? All right. Okay, yeah, these are common questions that usually people have around about the on-premise version. So I hope this answers your question. Okay. Next question: is there a way to change the title of tasks? Okay. Hello, I have a manager's field set up in one of my sheets, and I have created selected personnel as reviewers and entry managers. Okay. When I create custom review email, I notice that the task title does not match what I titled the email. Okay. How do I get the task title to change the specific fields I want to send out? Okay, I think there's a I think, to my memory, you have already submitted this to our support staff for for a feature enhancement. I think we do have this on our database. Yeah, just give me a sec and check our internal database. I think we have this. Yeah, we do have this on our database. Yeah, we already have a developer working on this feature. Yeah, currently it's the same headline, so the same subject, the email subject. So yeah, we already have a staff working on this. Yeah. Okay. Yes, email the email subject is fixed right now, but we do already have a developer working on the custom email subject that matches the custom review email title. Okay, is it on the task title that matches your custom review email title? Yeah, email subject. Okay, yeah, we're already working on this, so we'll probably have this ready in a few weeks. So keep an eye on the test title. Yeah, it's gonna be matching your email custom review email subject in a few weeks. Okay, create your own reports. Is it possible to create my own reports? So besides the ones you provide, yeah, actually, Ragic does support external, third-party reporting tools. So usually with our custom um, using Ragic as a custom data source, we usually use the publish to the web data feed. So you can publish to the web feature to use a Ragic sheet as the data source for some other reporting tools. So if you can look at yeah, so you can import your data to third-party tools that for Google Sheet or other types of report tools. Okay, so we have Google Sheets as an example, but we do know other users have been using publish to the web to connect to like Power BI, Tableau, and other BI tools, BI reporting tools usually. And another way to do this is to create mail merges. No, you can create a mail merge to export a certain record or listing page as into a specific Microsoft Office format. Okay? Yeah, these are two ways that I can think of to create your own reports that they are basically customized. Okay, first of all, you can use the publish to the web feature to use your Ragic sheet as a data source for reporting tools like Power BI, Tableau. Please refer to our document on this. Okay, yeah, there's more detailed document on how to do this. Yeah, and it's using Google Sheets as example, but for other tools that you can basically you can just use this Ragic sheet as a data source. So the Ragic sheet can act as a data source, a CSV data source, or an Excel data source, or a JSON data source. So if your reporting tools support like CSV data feeds, they usually support CSV data feeds as data source. So you will be able to connect your data to this reporting tool. Okay, so secondly, you can also use the mail merge feature to output data record as with an Microsoft Office template file. Okay, let's take a look at the mail merge. So basically, mail merge is to export as Word or Excel file. So you can create a template for mail merge, like it's either a Word or Excel file. You create a Word or Excel file template first, and you can put in things like this, the field names. So if you put in the field names, you'll be able to specify the field values as variables on your template. And if they're in subtables, you could just put in field names like this. And this way you're creating a template like this. So some of them are fixed, and you can customize it to any colors, theme, and like fixed text as you need. And you could just put in these variables to refer to fields that you have on the record. Okay, so something like this will also work. And you can create this type of file on Excel or Word. And when you export your data as a mail merge, it's gonna create something like this. So this is the template, and when you output it to a Word file, and it's gonna look like something like this. It's gonna be all these variables are gonna be filled in with your actual data. Okay, yeah. So I hope this could be helpful for creating kind of custom reports that you would like to design with your Office, with your Word or Excel. Okay. Yeah, I think these are these two most frequently used functions that to generate custom reports. All right. Bug fixes. All right. How long does it take to get a bug fixed? I reported a bug 2 months ago. I'm still waiting for a solution. It prevents me from using the booking report. Okay, I think you're referring to the meeting room reservation booking report. Is it possible to get a timing on when it will be fixed? Okay, this is kind of a tougher question because, as a product like Ragic, we have literally thousands of um, enhancements and issues that we are working with at the same time. So we have to have some kind of priorities to fit to do those. So it's really hard for us to give you an exact timing on like when this will be fixed. So a lot of this depends on the severity of the bug and the time needed to fix it and how many people are affected by this issue. So these are the three main factors that affects when a bug will be fixed. So so it's possible that we give you an estimate, but these estimates change because if there are more important issues or more important even features that comes in later, it might cut in line and our developers might work on them first. So it's very hard for us to give you an exact estimate on the timing of when it's fixed, but usually it depends on these three things. Okay, so usually how long a bug fix takes depends on how many people are affected by this, how the severity of the issue, how much effort is needed to fix this. Okay, so usually it's hard to provide a hard estimate on schedule. Sorry. Okay, so usually if it doesn't take a lot of effort. So like it's an easy bug fix. Usually we get it fixed like by the next week. So usually if it's easy, yeah, if it's simple, it will usually be fixed by the next week. If it's if it's like if it's like very severe or like it's a showstopper, it will be fixed as soon as possible, like in a few hours. And how many people are affected by this? Yes, so it's no, it depends on where this bug happens. If it's something that everybody uses, or if it's like a more obscure feature. So yeah, it also affects the priority of the bug fix. Priority of the bug fix. Yeah, I hope this answers your question, and yeah, I'll also take a look at the booking report, the reservation booking report issue that you have reported, and yeah, I don't think it's, if I remember correctly, I don't think it's really a bug. It's more of an enhancement. So yeah, so it's kind of the reason that it'll be taking relatively longer, because it's not a very severe issue, and it's for a single report, so there's not too many people using that report, and I guess it takes some effort for our development staff to fix it. So that's kind of the reason that it might take over like 2 months. But I'll still check up with our developer and see if we can, if this is something that's not very hard. If it's not very hard, then we'll see if we can get it fixed as soon as, sooner the better. All right. I hope this answers your question. All right. So this is it for the Ragic office hour today. I hope you enjoyed the session, and hope this is helpful for you. So if you have any further questions, feel free to use the Ragic office hour question sheet to submit your questions, and I'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks to answer your questions. Thank you. Goodbye.